are more empty space than you are you. Between every single one of your roughly 37 trillion cells lies a domain that isn't just filler, it's a universe of information. We call it the extracellular matrix, or ECM. For decades, we pictured it as simple biological mortar, the glue and scaffolding holding your tissues together. But that picture is profoundly incomplete. This matrix is a dynamic, semi-crystalline network of collagen, elastin, and proteoglycans that behaves like a tensegrity structure. Push on one part of a cell, and the entire matrix feels it instantaneously, transmitting mechanical force faster than a nerve impulse can travel. It's less like concrete and more like a body-wide spider's web, vibrating with constant, meaningful tension.
Zooming in closer, we find another layer to this network. Every one of your cells is coated in a dense, fuzzy forest of complex sugar molecules called the glycocalyx. This isn't just a passive coating. It's the cell's face to the world, its primary sensory interface. Think of it as millions of tiny, flexible antennae, each one tasting, touching, and feeling the immediate environment. The specific arrangement of these sugars forms a literal sugar code, which other cells, viruses, and signaling molecules must read to interact. A flu virus, for instance, doesn't just bump into a lung cell. It uses a key to pick a very specific lock made of sugar on that cell's surface. Your body is constantly reading and rewriting this code.
But what about direct communication? Sometimes cells don't just broadcast signals into the matrix, they form direct connections. Specialized protein channels called gap junctions can create microscopic tunnels, physically linking the cytoplasm of one cell to its neighbor. Through these private corridors, they share ions, metabolites, and electrical signals, allowing entire groups of cells to act as one unified supercell. Then there is the postal service. Cells can package snippets of RNA, proteins, and lipids into tiny membrane-bound bubbles called exosomes. These are not just waste products, they are biological data packets mailed out into the bloodstream to be delivered to distant cells, carrying instructions that can reprogram the recipient's behavior. When you scale these local communications up, entire tissues begin to think. A fascinating example is calcium signaling. A single cell, when stimulated, can release a flood of calcium ions from its internal stores. This isn't an isolated event. Through those gap junctions, this chemical change triggers a chain reaction, creating a visible wave of calcium that ripples across the entire sheet of cells. You can literally watch tissues have conversations. This is a form of biological computation, a non-neural network that coordinates collective action, like the synchronized beating of cilia in your airways. It's a system for achieving consensus and orchestrating complex group behaviors without a single neuron involved. When you put it all together, the mechanical tensegrity of the matrix, the sensory code of the glycocalyx, the direct tunnels and data packets, you reveal a body-wide communication network. This is an ancient information superhighway operating in parallel to the nervous system. It creates a bioelectric field, a patterned electrical potential that guides growth, shapes development, and coordinates healing. Before a neuron ever fires to tell your brain you've been cut, the cells at the wound site have already changed their electrical charge, broadcasting an emergency signal through this network. It's a silent, hidden layer of intelligence that connects every part of you to every other part. A constant hum of information that is, in a very real sense, the foundational blueprint of your physical self.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, Thanks for watching.